I'd like to ask Napata to come forward and sing for us. Thank you guys so much. Accompanied by Molly on the piano.
Thank you so much. And as John said, we go back many years, but I was actually 12 years old when we met. Yeah. And he's been an incredible mentor and guardian. It's a little thing by Etta James, y'all. My lonely nights are over, yes. And life is like a song, yeah, yeah. At last, skies above are blue. All my nights were wrapped up in clover, yes. Ooh, the night I love and you. I found a dream I could speak to, a dream that I found a thrill like a dress much into a thrill that I have never known. Oh, you smile, yeah, then a storm's cast. Here we are, here in heaven, yeah. And you are mine. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
I can barely keep up with Judy at work. She puts in so many hours. I'm glad she's not in her 30s, or I'd really be in trouble. Another Lifetime Achievement Award we have. Guys, the next person I want to call up, I've known since 1982. We've worked together. I look a little different now. They look awesome. But I would like to present a Lifetime Achievement Award of 30 years of outstanding service to Alita Kennard from Alabama. I met in 1982 in Nashville, Tennessee at a conference. So. The next person, we're going to another part of the country, from Alabama to the great state of Wisconsin. And we'd like to acknowledge Margaret Murray for over 15 years of service. like to acknowledge Donna White for 30 years of outstanding service and cultural exchange. Donna's a wonderful person, and I've enjoyed working with her 29.999% of the time. The hat thing from last night and the dance I'm still dealing with, traumatized, but it was a fun experience. I just told Donna I got her back for last night, okay? But I think it is incredible that Donna and her husband Butch have hosted 51 exchange students. What an incredible journey and time and all the lives. Another special person here who's dear to our heart as well, from the great state of Ohio, we'd like to recognize Kim Shree for over 15 years of outstanding service. Another special visitor that was able to overcome European COVID restrictions, and I know that she works tirelessly to help our students and all of us at ICS, and she was able to achieve her visa to come over from Bratislava, Slovakia. We want to recognize wonderful Maria Sikora for over 25 years of working with ICS. Like to share that over 25 years ago, Maria and her husband Jan were doing an internship and professorship at Vanderbilt University in Nashville. We had a very active program there with a wonderful lady named Carolyn Trost, and we arranged a weekend for them to be transported with their 2 small children down to Atlanta. And we started working together, and ever since then, we've had 25 to 30 students from Slovakia, and her 2 little daughters are all grown up now, went on the exchange program and still assist her back home. One of her daughters now lives in Dallas, Texas, and the other in Madrid, Spain. So it's quite an international family. Unfortunately, Jan passed away several years ago, but I know he's with us in spirit tonight. So I'm grateful for them and our long-term relationship. There's another special person here from the great state of Wisconsin we want to acknowledge, and as she's coming up, I'm going to share a little story there, but for over 15 years of quality service to Joni Huber. Thank you. I want to say that Margaret, who came up from Wisconsin, and Joni, that's no coincidence. They have been close friends since elementary school, and they raised families together in the same community and are still close friends to today. So what a wonderful, wonderful thing. Joni has always done a wonderful job, and she reminded me, I have to share a story. We were in Stockholm together, and we're in a pub. And, you know, it's very nice. We're having a few drinks, and it's lovely people there. But all of a sudden, I look over in a corner, and there's Joni and this really tall Swedish guy, and they're they were kind of embracing each other, and I thought, oh, I don't know to congratulate Joni or say, what's going on? But what it was, when we went in there, of all places, it was one of her former students who hadn't seen her in 8 years, and he worked there, so it was an awesome experience for us. The next award, guys, is something very, very special to us. And I just want to say we have such a dedicated staff at ICES. All of our staff work very hard, and the harder they work and we all work, the better we all look together as a team. And I'm so grateful for such a wonderful staff that we have. But at this time, there's one particular individual who has had to work so hard this year and overcome things with numbers and coronavirus where, they've had to really triple the workload, and everybody's had a bigger workload for sure. But I would like to present this next award. It's to our ICS Employee of the Year, and it goes to Lorenzo from the Financial Department. Lorenzo is originally from Valencia, Spain, and he's been a part of our team for many years, and this has been a very challenging 2 years, last year with COVID, and this year with still some challenges from that. And Lorenzo is one of those people, no matter what time, day or night you call him, he always answers with you can tell, a smile on his face, and always helps all of us. And normally in invoicing, you do one invoice and it goes through. And with Lorenzo, most invoices have had to be done this year, redone and triple redone at least 6 to 8 times. And he's worked tirelessly to do that for us. So big hand to Rick. The next award is also very special. As I shared with many of you earlier this week, when I started ICS in 1991, I remembered some words of wisdom from my grandfather. He said, if you ever have a company, make sure you have an awesome accountant and a great lawyer, because that's an important key to keep things going. And I'd like to present a Lifetime Achievement Award for over 30 years of outstanding service to the Tomlin Group. And I'd like to ask if Alan and Lisa could come up and accept this award. I'm grateful they flew all the way from Atlanta to be here. I want to say at Alan's company, it was a family-owned company, and his father was an awesome individual, but I always loved his mother, and she was Irish. And did you guys ever hear that it's called Far and Away, the Broadway play? But there was a play about folks that were stranded overseas after 9/11, and they made it back to Canada before they could come to America. And Alan's mother was one of those folks, and there's a Broadway show about it. But his mother was an outstanding person, and just for a moment of memory for her, she was a wonderful person. We love her, we miss her, and I can't tell you, Alan, how much we appreciate you and your company's support and help over the years.
I'm so proud to be.
Thank you. The next award I'd like to present is also to two very dear friends who have been with us for over 30 years. And that goes to Akins and Akins, and I'd like to ask Robert and Terry to come up. They're our attorneys, and they're awesome attorneys from Atlanta, Georgia. They have heart, soul, character, and are awesome people, and I'm so proud to call them my friends. next award is our most special award of the year, and it's the Hero of the Year award. And this year, the Hero of the Year for ICS goes to a fabulous person who's helped so many students through so many situations and gives and gives and continue to give. And our Hero of the Year is Patricia Evans from Oklahoma. Up here because she has such an outstanding family from Oklahoma. She has a second award from her family this year. So we're going to allow her the honor of giving this next award.
Hi, it's with great honor that I would like to announce that Chi-Hak Boy is the ICS Student of the Year this year. I just want to say Chi has been an awesome student, and he's our first student ever from the great country of Cambodia. He's a scholarship student, and he was awarded the scholarship last year in Cambodia from several hundred students, and we're honored he's been here this year, and he did us proud. He's an awesome student, and we're so grateful he was on our program this year as a scholarship student from Cambodia. Also, we have several members of Patricia's family here tonight. They help us so much every year with students from all over the world. And I'd like to ask Patricia's husband and her family to stand up, members that are here. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You truly are changing the world one smile at a time, and we appreciate so much all their efforts over the years, and appreciate everyone involved to make his year a great year. At this time, we're going to give out our merit awards, and we appreciate so much all of our staff, but particularly for someone who's always willing to help and jump from area to area to assist our organization. We have a merit award, and I'd like to present the first one to a wonderful person that has been with us for so many years, who works tirelessly to help us, and this award goes to Kelly Clark from North Carolina. you know, or maybe you were sleeping, we had a major pandemic. Newsflash. But even with the pandemic, we had two outstanding folks that were able to meet their goals last year, which is incredible in lieu of what we were all facing. And the first award for a merit award that we'll get back to her will go to Hope Katie from Michigan. Let's give her a hand. Hope is a wonderful friend and a wonderful mother, and she has a handicapped child that she takes care of daily and works for us as well. And she was not able to travel because of his needs. She always puts others' needs first, but she's an outstanding person, and we're so proud of her for meeting her goal last year. And the other merit award for we're giving this year for last year, it goes to an outstanding regional director we have who met their goals through all obstacles, and that's Andrea Ledeen from Michigan as well. And the second regional director that was able through all obstacles to meet their goals last year, and I'm talking folks, we had a pandemic going on, it's amazing. We'd like to present this next merit award to a wonderful person and a great friend as well, Tiffany Adams from Indiana. The next award we have is for Outstanding New Regional Director, and this is a person we've loved and respected for many years. She has a wonderful family, and her husband is also here tonight, and they really work as a team, which I've told everybody, if you're working with us, your spouse or significant other has to support what you do, or you won't make it long in this field because it's a very different industry. And I'm so proud, sincerely proud, of an incredible person that's been with us for years and done an outstanding job as regional director. And as the new Regional Director of the Year award, it goes to Christy Duncan from Wyoming. Gail, you're welcome to come up too. I would like to ask at this time if Paul and Charlotte could come up, and Maria. We have our two international agents here. We just have a little something for them from traveling so far to be here and be here with us tonight. So we're grateful for that. We have a wonderful friend locally, Ruth, and she created and works with a company that helps make pocketbooks, and the pocketbooks are made out of cactus leather, which is pretty incredible. And the first one I have here from their work, and some of us can get you more information if you're interested in the company,
is this beautiful handmade pocketbook with hummingbirds on it. It has a wallet inside, and this is going to go tonight to our first program director's here, and we're grateful she's here from San Francisco, California, and also one of my oldest and closest friends. When I first met her, she was wearing a brownie uniform. And I'd really like to ask a very special friend in my life to come forward, and that's Judy Herbal. You know why she was program director for a while.
I think besides his mom and Buzzy, I am the person who's known him the longest. We've worked at 4 companies together, beginning at Shoney's Big Boy at 15. I'm not sure of the year, but John came over to our basement to fill out an application to go to work for EF Foundation. I think both of us were a little surprised that they actually hired him. So then he went off to the East Coast, then to Santa Barbara. He called me one day in 1985 and said, Judy, do you want to move to California, to Santa Barbara? And I was like, ha ha ha, yeah, right. And he said, no, I'm serious. They have a job. They're going to pay for your airline ticket. They're going to put you up in a hotel. It'll be great. And I'm like, yeah. He said, well, you're going to be the receptionist. I think he was a little worried it was beneath me. Oh no, I was so excited. I was going to Santa Barbara, so I did. Gave the notice the same day. We worked together at EF Foundation, and he helped me work my way up from receptionist to the development coordinator. And John left about a year before I did. He went to work at Aspect in San Francisco, and following our obvious path, I followed him there and also worked for Aspect. Then John decided to start his own company. I had a baby, under 1, and another one on the way, so I stayed at Aspect and worked from home for a while. And then I go to work for ICS. At one point, I had the very lofty title of CFO. Woo! And then off to Vegas he goes. So John, I haven't followed you to Vegas yet. But you do get to see my daughter more than I do because she followed him and works for him. So could this be called stalking?
Yeah.
30 years is such an accomplishment. Everyone is so proud of you, John. And so he readily, and as he readily admits, his superpower might be choosing the right person for the right job and valuing what they do. It's an event like this that you realize the quality of the staff at ICH. John is the glue. By the way, John introduced me to my husband. When I moved to San Francisco, we had a pact, John and I, that if we were 30 and single, we were going to get married. Well, I was almost 30. I think he was so scared, he immediately introduced me. I love you, John.
I love you. I just would also like to ask Håkan Herbal from Gothenburg, Sweden to stand up. Håkan's a very dear friend all these years, and Judy's husband. And these happen to be the parents of my goddaughter, Elin Herbal, who works here in our office. So we're grateful for Elin. When they were small, Judy and Håkan would travel a lot, and I would always go to stay at the house with the kids. And I didn't have kids at the time, but I loved spending time with Elin and Eric. And one time I went there for 2 weeks. We had a great time. And when they were in elementary school and they would come home from school, I'd say, kids, we can do this and this and this if you don't have homework. But now if you have homework, we got to stay home and do it. So for 2 weeks, they had no homework. We went out, did everything. And I left the house great. The kids were alive and great. You know, and Judy and Håkan come back. I thought, all right, that was good. So about 2 weeks later, I get a call from Judy. John, what did you do with the kids and their homework? I go, well, they didn't have homework. She goes, John, they lied to you. They had homework. So they all got behind in school. And one time, my sense of humor rubbed off on Elin because she was in the 3rd grade and I was there at the school to pick her up after school. And I came through the school gate. As you know, there's security. And the teacher said, who are you? And I said, well, I'm Elon's godfather, and I'm here to pick up Elon. So Elon comes running by, and I had just pulled a few jokes on her the day before. So her teacher said, Elon, do you know this man? Because I don't know him, and she took off running. So we've overcome a lot of obstacles, but we've had a lot of fun along the journey, and love you guys so much, and I'm so glad they're here with us. Maria Socorro and Marcelo Mahler from Brazil were our two longest working partners, almost 30 years. Marcelo later left Youth Exchange to do the ZAP program, so he's the creator of ZAP. We're still great friends, and we were the first guinea pigs with ZAP years ago. And Maria just wanted to present a little award for from Slovakia, and we're grateful she got out to come.
We have been together a long time. We have come a long way together. As John told, our Slovak students have been coming to spend their academic year in the US with the ICS since 1995. That means that me and my family have started to work with ICS after only 3 years of your work in the US. It means that we have been in this exchange journey basically always together. During these 27 years, including this year academic, we had 610 Slovak students arriving to host families around the whole of the US. All of this wouldn't be possible with John. I give you one present of Slovakia, and all of this would be possible with John. Okay. Hello. I still remember when we met for the first time. It was in the Atlanta, Georgia, in your house with my family. We talked about our cooperation. At the time, I had not the idea that it would be the beginning of such a long relationship. That's why my first thank you goes to John. I appreciate your work, your help, your friendlines, and always professional approach. You have created with the family as well as professional working atmosphere in the ICS that we are all happy to work in and support each other. I met many great people, many of you, during these years. A lot of the times it was during the various events organized by ICS. And many of you have become my friends. Many of you have also visited Slovakia in 2013 as a reward for your hard work. Already during the first years of working with the ICS, I met many friends, Bonnie, Lisa, Judy. Later, mostly for many years, I am working with the whole central office team. Also the local coordinators, regional directors, as well as host families schools. You are also important to the student exchange, so that also many Slovak students can experience the year of their life. I want to give you all a small present as memory of these events, the 30th anniversary of ICS. Hold on and continue it in your work. A great work for the next many years. Good job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Never heard of this till this week, but it's pretty incredible. Cactus leather, but this is a lovely bag, and I want to present this as a gift to Judy for all her help. We do have 2 more of those. I'm going to ask Jim and Gail to figure out a giveaway system here, but we have 2 to 3 more
more bags to give away tonight, so we'll be doing that a little later. A few other folks, I mean, all of you have a story to tell. All of you are awesome, and I'm so glad we're here as the ICS family. But a few more folks I just want to recognize that came into town. One of my closest friends from way back in the 80s in Santa Barbara, California. I'm so grateful for Philip French to be here. We've been friends for so long, and also his son Sasha is here. Yes, he does play basketball. And his girlfriend Dagny's here, and yes, she plays basketball too. And we're grateful that Skip, our dear friend and Philip's cousin, could be here tonight. Skip, we thank you for being here. And Philip's mother was a very dear friend of mine. She believed in cultural exchange. She was Swedish. And Margareta Moheimer French. I love her, and we had so many experiences together in life. And she was a little older than me, and we always got in trouble, but in a good way. And we miss her. She's passed this last year. Also, I'd just like to remember my father, who passed away a year ago in May, and I know several others have had a loss in the last year. And I'd just like to have a moment of silence to remember those beautiful spirits. Thank you so much, and let's have an awesome evening. And I know they're here with us in our hearts and in our spirit, and I'm so grateful for all of you. I love every person in this room, and we could not accomplish what we have and where we're going without each and every one of you. And thank you all for being here from the bottom of my heart.
can't kick, now walk it by yourself. Walk it by yourself.
The party's off the chain, and Uncle keep it jumping, and Cupid got the show.